Okay, February. Geez, where did January go? Holy crap. Yeah, my plans for this month. There's a few playthroughs I want to get done. I was meant to finish Mortal Kombat 11, the Classic Towers, before this month, but yeah, I didn't want to rush through it. I just wanted to take my time, and I had a few other things I was doing at the time, and mainly just doing some side hobbies, like painting, drawing, and organising cards again. May have seen in the previous vlog I was talking about the Dragon Shield sleeves, and just been doing that, and just watching a lot of TV. I actually just finished the final season of The Walking Dead, and a bit sad. I mean, I know it's a long way from its sort of exciting days of the first few seasons, but in the end, once I got into the recent or the later season that was released, I got hooked and I wanted to keep watching. And yeah, final season all done and dusted, and that's it for The Walking Dead for now. I'm looking forward to the Daryl Dixon spin-off. Yeah, he was my main character for the show. It was a bit worrying when Rick left, and if Daryl could keep the series going, and I think he did. I really enjoyed him sort of taking the mantle and did a good job, so looking forward to that, but went a bit sidetracked there. But yeah, so almost finished MK11. I did another Resident Evil fan mod, which was the Marvin's mod. Really had fun with that, and there's a few more I want to get going at some point. And also there was something I wanted to, there was another game that I wanted to do. I can't remember now. I got the list, I just keep forgetting what the game is. It was a visual novel, Preservance. I want to do that next. Once I finish MK11, I want to play through that. And another thing as well, just with the playthroughs and recording stuff, I just want to get back into a situation where I'm recording a playthrough, then editing that playthrough, instead of doing what I've done, where I just bulk record, then not edit for a while, and then it just racks up. I got 20 seasons, 20 sessions of Cyberpunk to edit. I got about 7 of Golf Story, and my 3rd playthrough of Resident Evil Village, Shadows of Rose, and MK11. So yeah, it got a bit cluttered. So just taking my time with recordings and just shooting. I was trying to shoot for 2 playthroughs a month. I'll just shoot for 1 for now and see how I go from there. And hopefully catch up with all my sorry, my camera keeps turning, I'm bouncing on my hand. And yeah, so that's February. Another thing, almost forgot, I want to get Figure Combat 2 going. I've got everything ready, I just got to start recording, and I need to do my recent next episode of Bloody Knuckle Society as well. Just once again, I just need to record and then I can start editing that. And yeah, hopefully I can get one of those at least for this month. And yeah, that's my plans at the moment. Alright everyone, bear with me. It's a little bit dark because we're in the middle of a parking lot. We've just done a bit of shopping, and look what I found. I found the Nether Portal Treasure X. This is what I was needing, and yeah, really happy. I was worried that it all sold out. And while I'm here, because I'm having a break from booster box thingies for the Yu-Gi-Oh! 25th anniversary, picked up a handful of loose packs, and let's see what we get. Got an Epirly Plump, adorable, overlay region, and look at that, got limited removal, classic. That's a cool one. Rescue Ace Impulse. Ninjutsu Art Notebook of Mystery. And this is why they put the hollows in the middle. This was the back card. Oh, that's not what you want to see. Going back to the 5Ds with Crow. I can't remember his name. Crow had the black wing cards. That's a pretty cool one. Wallow, founder of the Drudge Dragons. Oh, that's a neat one too. Got some really nice ones. Alright everyone, normally you'll be seeing me standing right there in front of my wall door of fame here with some really awesome art prints, all framed nicely, and a bit of a collection of things around the door. And yeah, about 4 years ago, and it couldn't even been before that, but it was about then when I realised, was it 4 years ago? I can't even remember. It's been a while because I just keep forgetting about it, but today's the day that I finally get it solved. So this picture here with Nemesis, a really cool art print of Nemesis, is cracked. I can't even tell you when it happened, but it's been a few years now, and I've been meaning to get it replaced, but I just keep forgetting, because I get these picture frames at Officeworks around my area, and every time I go there, I always forget. I come into my room and I look at the picture and I go, why didn't I get a picture frame? And today, we're gonna fix it. So yeah, it's been a few years, no one's probably even noticed it, but yeah, because I'm always standing in front of it anyway, but it's always been on my mind, I've gotta get it replaced. Today we're gonna do that. Yeah, definitely give it a good whack. I can't even tell you how I did it or when it exactly happened, but geez, yeah, that was a big crack. Crack be gone. Very awesome. Alrighty, comic book day. I gotta say, I was pretty happy with the comics I picked up today. I quite enjoyed all of them. There was one where it was a bit slow, but then it picked up in the end, and yeah, I was really impressed. So to kick things off, the Gangster's Ass Barista, I can never remember the term for this. This was really fun. I quite enjoyed this. From what I gather, this character was a assassin or a hired hit person. I can't actually remember 100%, but it was quite funny. She works in a coffee shop, and then something happens with a gangster, and he loses his money, and then he's trying to find her, and she's stolen. And it was really fun. I really enjoyed it. Junkyard Joe. I had picked up this comic multiple times during my trips to the comic shop, and I'd always put it back. I just didn't, I don't know what it was. I'd have it in my hand and I'd go, I don't know, I'll put it back and maybe next time. And yeah, today I picked it up and this was quite an enjoyable read. It's set in Vietnam, and yeah, a troop, but what's the term? A group of soldiers. There's a new soldier brought onto the team, and they quickly discover that he's actually a robot, and it was quite fun. I mean, it's really brutal at the same time, but yeah, something about this, I was just really hooked, and I hope we see more of Junkyard Joe. It was really cool. Archie is back. Archie versus the world. It's just Archie in the world of Mad Max, and this was really fun. It's been a while since I've read anything Archie or Betty and Veronica. I can't even remember the last thing I think it was Archie versus Predator, and they didn't finish, if I recall. I was a bit annoyed because I was following it and never got another issue from what I can remember. Or it may have been Red Sonja Vampirello meets Betty and Veronica. I actually can't remember. This was fun. I like Archie. Alrighty, Nightclub. This comic was insane. Just to give it a short explanation, the main character wants to be YouTube famous because it's easy way to make money. Yeah, I know. And yeah, so he decides he wants to jump off a school building riding a bike. I can't remember, I think it was a bike or a skateboard. So he gets his friends to record it. You know, this is going to make millions. He stacks it, he smashes his head on the way down, and pretty much becomes paralyzed. Then an officer, I can't remember exactly, I think detective, sneaks into the hospital. Turns out he's a vampire, bites the main character. Now he's all better now, but now he's a vampire, and he's hiring this elite team to help him out on fighting supernatural beings, if I have it right. And yeah, it's insane, and I love it, and I want more. Know Your Station. Alright, this was the comic I struggled to begin with, but then as I kept reading, I was glad I didn't just... not most comics, but sometimes a comic I'll just get so bored, I'll just flick through the pages until I reach the end and then just be done with it. But yeah, the things that go on in this comic, from what I gather or remember, we're following this woman whose job is to investigate murders. I think she's a officer of some kind. I actually can't remember, but there's a twist at the end, and I don't want to spoil it. It made me go, oh shit. It hooked me, and yeah, I will definitely want to read the next issue. I love my zombies. A new comic, Zombicide, day 1. This was really fun. I really enjoyed it. It's not so much Dawn of the Dead. It's a bit like Dawn of the Dead. There's an outbreak happening. The main character is trying to tell everyone something bad was going to happen, but no one believed him. Bit of comedy. It's really fun, and it's a bit like Dead Rising, I'll say, actually, with the gore, the comedy, and just the fucked up shit. I mean, it's not insane, but it has its moments. Alrighty, onto the tablet comics. Picked up the latest issue of The Walking Dead Deluxe, issue 50, and a bit of an apology to the TV series. I know it changed a lot, but my biggest complaint was a lot of the episodes were always splitting the characters up and just focusing on an episode on each character, and it's like, this is getting... this issue focuses on after the prison, Carl and Rick being held up in a house. Rick is not good, he's ill, his injuries are really bad, and Carl's pretty much trying to convince himself, I don't need you anymore, I'm brave, yada yada, and he tries to take out walkers on his own, and he does. The episode of that, the TV show, is pretty much exactly what happens. It even has the part where Carl throws up, and I thought, oh, well, I'm a bit ignorant because I'm complaining the TV show is splitting characters up, focusing on one group. Well, that's what the comic was doing, so yeah, I apologise. A good issue. Really loving, that I'm back into The Walking Dead. And continuing on with Red Sonja, Black, White and Red, and I believe this is the last issue. I'm pretty sure I didn't see because what I normally do once I purchase the comics, it'll come up with the next issue and you can put it on your watch list. I'm pretty sure it didn't show up, so I think this is it. And yeah, what a great run this was, and I hope we get more in the future. This short story was really insane. She's almost like not essentially a pirate, but she's on she's on a ship with a crew, and they're trying to take out this not supernatural. Actually, it was a supernatural being, but yeah. So we got to take it out, yada yada. But the next page really made me go, oh! We got a giant eye, and it's like, oh, don't look in the eye. So then the next panel, one of the crew members rips out his own eyeballs, and then, trying to take out everyone else. Oh, it made me go, oh jeez. I found the next run of Alien, and yeah, I really enjoyed the last one. Bit slow start, but once I got invested, it was really good. I really enjoyed it, and yeah, this one, I'm a little bit out of the loop. I feel like I've missed a story because, we're following this group, and I don't know if they're cyborgs or they just have superhuman abilities. I'm a little bit confused. I think I may have missed something, or I just wasn't paying attention. But they need I can't remember the group. It was a group of soldiers, or I can't even think of a company, and they want their help. And yeah, it was pretty intense because they killed the soldiers, and it's like, oh, I need your help. Well, couldn't you have just asked instead of shooting us? It was really weird, but good. Like, I'm invested. And another Red Sonja, the Invincible Red Sonja. Yeah, I think 2 more issues and I'll finish with this one. I'm trying to focus on finishing a lot of comics now rather than not starting, but so what's an example? So my comics that I read today, instead of getting the next issue of Zombicide, I want to finish issues that I've been working on for the past few years, and I'm almost finished with this one. And in saying that, I picked up a new comic because, I'd seen this in the comic shop, but it was only they only had the trade paperback. It was the full book or the volume 1. I thought, if I don't like it, I don't want to buy a whole book, because I've done that before where I liked an issue of a comic, so then I bought the book, and then the rest of it was pretty bad. And so I thought, I'll see how I go first. I'll buy the first issue, and it was good. So something happens with the sun. It's super duper hot now. If you stay out in the sun after curfew, you become like this poor chap right here, melted and burned to death. And apparently there's some person who can stand outside and is now trying to kill people, which Yeah, that's not good. And that's the comics for today.
People, I feel like a kid again. Do you feel like a kid again?
like a kid again.
So EB Games just got these dual discs in. I mean, we pre-ordered them
Instant it come up.
December, I think, and yeah, they finally arrived. And geez, man, I remember it was 2004, I think, 14th birthday. Got some money, went to Toys R Us, picked up a dual disc, ruined our cards.
It was the best.
And yeah, years and years later, we had to part way with our dual discs because they were just
Mine was
rotted.
Yeah, mine's unusable, and it was just
And so years and years later, they come up with a really sort of cool looking replica one, but it was just a wee bit pricey.
Finally.
Now we got actually like a toy
In my price range.
in a price range, and the only thing it doesn't have is a life point counter, where the original ones
You had buttons that you could press.
and they would light up. But the problem with that was sometimes you would get faulty ones. I remember my mum had to take 2 back because the counter wasn't working. But this is great. I feel like I'm, just gone back in time, and this was like peak Yu-Gi-Oh for us, especially with the dual discs. Everyone wanted a dual disc in our group, and
it actually does the rotations.
yeah, the original did as well.
I mean, like it does what it does in the show. Like usually, toys will come out and it's like, oh, do it.
It doesn't do it,
do
yeah.
it. But this actually does do it. That's great.
And what else was there? And you get some cards. I don't think it's actually Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I think it's just, those cards. They're right in the back there, I think. And it won't fit me, but it's just nice to have as a display item. I can get it somewhere.
I wanted to rebuy one, and finally I'm able to rebuy one in my price range, because I wasn't going to pay 1,000 because I don't have 1,000.
Yeah, no.
And I probably wouldn't even.
As
touch
cool
it.
as cool as those replica ones look, it just, I don't know.
I'd be too scared to touch it.
Yeah, exactly. You'd be so scared. And at least with this, it's, you don't mind dropping it a little, and it's built to hopefully
Built to use.
And yeah, we wouldn't recommend putting your cards in them.
Well, the old ones we had,
We unscrewed.
you couldn't fit the sleeves because they weren't built with sleeves at the time, and you were damaging your cards.
Actually, you just brought that up. You can use this
Yeah.
with or without sleeves, but yeah, the original one you were saying we couldn't do sleeves, and
Because it was the actual, like, it wasn't that it was. I think it was wide.
was too-
It was too
it was too close
Like-
to the.
the actual surface. So
So we ended up getting a
Unscrewing it.
screwdriver. There's like screws on the old ones,
try and
and
lift up the actual, like the grey. Try and lift up the grey bit, because it was just, you put your cards in and it was just damaging.
it would peel them. It was horrible, and we didn't. We were dumb at the time. We didn't really care about the condition of our cards. We were just dueling non-stop, and yeah, ruined them completely. But in saying that, good times, and get to relive those times, because now we have one. Really, really awesome. Very happy. Oh, it's got to try me. Hang on, where's?
Lights up. Oh, it's got a thingy in it.
Oh well, that's not a.
Oh no, it does. It actually lights up.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, the old ones didn't light up before. See, there was life point counter and it would light up, which this one doesn't, but it never had that. Oh, that's cool.
So is it? Okay, you turn it on and off.
Turn it on.
I think I like that better than the life point counter.
Oh, that's neat. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, on a side note, I actually had another one. I had the
It was the
Awakening of the Dragons. It was like that blade one.
I know it's there was a name for it. I can't remember.
I picked up one of them at the time, and that was really cool. I like that one. I wish there was a Yu-Gi-Oh game they would release. You could customize your dual disc. I think that would be really cool. They need to do that at some point.
Did Yu-Gi-Oh GX use the same?
Yu-Gi-Oh GX, no. They had
I
a.
remember liking their dual discs.
It was very round, if I remember. I can't remember. I'll tell you what, I'm going to end it there. I'm going to, keep going
Ramble
on.
on all day.
But this means a lot to us to have this, so yeah, really cool.
Happy.
Mortal Kombat 11 complete. Can't believe it. Finally did it. Took me a couple of years to get back in. Now it took me a couple of months just to finish it off when I announced it back in January that I was jumping in to do the Aftermath DLC, the classic towers and everything, and all finished, all done, and yeah, I feel free now. because after this game I'm going to be focusing on a lot more a lot of retro games, you know, like PlayStation, PS2 era-ish games, and a few more indie games on the side as well that I want to start doing, because that was my thing when I first when I first started my YouTube channel, was a lot of indie style games, and yeah, I want to start doing more of them. But yeah, I just feel really good that this is all finished now, and even got the platinum trophy just from that extra bit of satisfaction, and yeah, I had fun with it, and I look forward to Mortal Kombat 12 in the foreseeable future. Comic book day, just 3 comics today, and also got my tablet, and I also got something really cool that I'm going to be doing an unboxing as soon as I've finished this video, so let's get to it. Mad World Wolverine issue 1. I think this is a one-shot. It's one of those comics where it sort of has a side comics as well, so there's the Wolverine and then the Avengers, if I have it right, and they've been put in this virtual world where they're being, like, these people are being hunted by these Wolverine ins, and yeah, I was struggling at first to follow it, but then when the action hit, it was pretty good. But I'll see how it goes. I'll add it to my list, but yeah, it didn't really hook me that much, unfortunately. When I read Wolverines, I thought we're going to be following all these different Wolverines, but they're kind of being used to hunt these people down. Radiant Pink, yeah, not bad. I was struggling at first with what was going on. I had to go back a few pages to really understand, oh, that's what's happening. And yeah, so if I have it right, you got this person who's a superhero, and this person they're a streamer with this person, if I have it right. I had to keep, like I said, I was like, wait a minute, I feel like I've missed something, and then once I learned, and then there's something weird where she was trying to save people, and now she's in a different world, if I got it right. So yeah, it was okay. This was a good one. Really enjoyed this. Wesley Snipes, The Exiled. I recommend this one. We're not sure what's going on at the moment, but we're just following this character, and geez, shit hits the fan. They're trying to hunt this serial killer, I want to say. He rips out spines from his victims, very Predator-like, but yeah, it was insane. I cannot wait to get the next issue. Damn it, I just realised my mic was on the wrong way around, so hopefully my audio picked up okay. Continuing on with The Walking Dead with issue 51. Jesus Christ, what a twist. This, just at a certain point of this comic. So Rick's recovered okay, so we thought, and Carl said they're okay, they're back to the sort of, now we need to start trying to find an escape plan, try and meet up with the others, and so they're leaving, and then Rick hears the phone ringing, and it's like, oh shit, what the hell? And so he answers the phone, and yeah, there's a woman on the other side, and saying, oh my god, there's other people, holy shit, there's survivors. And so they spend the next few days, like, Rick talking to this woman only for a certain amount of time, because she doesn't want to give away her location, and basically once she trusts him enough, she will. And Carl's like, oh, so are we gonna meet with them yet? And Rick will be like, no, they're still not, wanting to do it, but we'll keep in contact. Meanwhile, we'll just bunker down here. And I thought, oh wow, this is gonna be, sounds like a setup more than anything. Especially reminded me of the final season of The Walking Dead, where Eugene was pretty much giving this information away, and then a sort of spy woman takes over and lies to him. So I thought, oh, maybe that's where it's going. And then there was the plot twist. So Rick's like, okay, he convinces this woman to give the number, so keep in contact, yada yada yada. And then it's like, all this time I've never asked your name. Rick, it's me, it's Laurie. Dun dun dun. His wife, who was killed a few days before. So yeah, holy crap. I was like, oh my god, because I'm not the smartest cookie in the jar, so things fly in my head and I don't pick up on things, so I was legit like, oh shit. See, I actually don't remember too much of when Rick was sort of losing his mind when Laurie died. I think... Yeah, there was the scene where he picked up the phone and started talking. Yeah, I completely forgot about that. Alright, I picked up the second issue of this Resident Evil comic. Yeah, it's really good. I'm enjoying it. I wish I could get more Resident Evil comics on, Comixology or the Kindle store, and I'm hoping they do at some point. Like I said, I really want to get those manga Resident Evil books. Be really cool. Jesus Christ, this made me very uncomfortable. So yeah, I follow a lot of comic artists on my social media, so every time they'll recommend a comic, I'll put it on my watch list, and I saw this one, I thought, this looks saucy, I'll put this onto my watch list for later, and oh jeez, this is intense. Just to give it an explanation, it's you got this, I wouldn't call it a cult, it's very cultish. They're a snuff group, these ladies, I actually forget the name they call themselves, and they pick random victims that people want to join in and, want to be dominated, and then they kill them for, they're streaming themselves, and very dark web stuff, and oh Jesus Christ, it's in your face, and if you're uncomfortable with this kind of stuff, I do not recommend it, but if you're curious and have a curious mind, give it a go. Issue 3 of Evil Tree. Yeah, this is a really good horror comic, very spooky, very creepy, and I recommend it. It's very Evil Dead like, and what was that house? I never remember the Amityville Horror. I can never remember the name. You know the one I'm talking about. It's very much like that. This husband just killed his family, and now they're haunting the house, and these people are staying in, and they've just learned in this issue that to save one of their friends they have to free the spirits, and it's really good. I recommend it. Issue 2 of Specs. Really enjoying this comic. I recommend it. It is so good. I'm really hooked now. It's one of those comics where I cannot wait to read the next issue now. I need to read it, so when I do my next comic day, I'm definitely getting issue 3, and it's just gone from to holy shit. So I'll give a short synopsis. So issue 1, these two friends he loves him, but it's a secret. He doesn't want to tell him, but they find these didn't find them. They bought these glasses from a comic book. I think his brother's a big comic book fan, and sorry, I'm pointing and I'm not, my finger's not there. I'm recording my camera, but I'm also screen recording my tablet. So the character on the right, I should say, bought these glasses from a comic book, and they grant your wish. But the downside is, there's two downsides. One, it has to be in small quantities. Like, you can't just wish for $1 million. You gotta wish for $1. Perfectly fine, you get $1. The second downside, you took it out of someone's wallet. The dollar went from someone else's wallet into yours, and that person's found out you stole $1 out of my wallet. So there's a downside. You got to be careful for what you wish for, because it's almost like Bedazzled when he makes a wish, but then the devil spins it in a way to be negative on him. So the first wish, he becomes a millionaire and he's married to the woman he loves, but then he didn't specify where he got the money from. Turns out he's a drug lord, and then he didn't specify that his wife had to love him, so she was cheating on him. So the downside, you get what I mean. And so in the first issue, the dude on the left wished, because there was a bully, and he hates these two, and he's homophobic and I think racist as well. I'm pretty sure he keeps picking on these guys, but the dude on the left ended up wishing him to go away while he was wearing the glasses. He went away, but in the second issue, he picks up, they can't find him. So what they do is they wish, no one's ever heard of him again, no one knows him, blah 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 blah. Well, then he ends up actually being missing, and then the police get involved. The dude on the left is being accused of his disappearance because sorry, my throat's very dry. Good news, we don't have to wear masks at work anymore, but I think my throat's very weird now. It's like, oh, fresh air, what is this? Oh my god. So bear with me. So yeah, people saw the dude on the left fighting with the bully, so he's the suspect. He just wants to move on, but the dude on the right, wants to move away and at the same time wants to be with him forever, you know, confess his love to him. But the dude on the left doesn't want to go. He's a really good baseball player and there's a game going on and his parents are proud of him, so he doesn't want to leave. So dude on the left's doing really good. He's winning the game. He's a great pitcher. But the guy on the right, I wish he would just I forgot how he did it. You know, I wish he would go away and stop making baseball such a priority. I forgot how he wished he made it out, but basically, I wish something would happen that he wouldn't be focused on that anymore. I want him to be focused on me, blah, 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 blah. So then the police arrive. You're under arrest. We found evidence that you are responsible for this person missing. Now you're going to jail. And it's like, oh my God. The guy on the right's like, oh my God, what have I done? What have I done? It's really good and I can't wait to read the next issue. Alright everyone, that's my comics. Ready to see what I picked up? 3, 2, 1. Ah! I picked up a classic Sub-Zero statue. Cannot wait to get it displayed. Really awesome. I love my classic Mortal Kombat, especially Sub-Zero in his classic outfit. Got a really cool, you know, holding someone's skull and spine, classic fatality, and then got a really cool ice ball forming in his hand, and just my favourite outfit for Sub-Zero in general. And I just recently finished Mortal Kombat 11, so what a perfect time to bring it home and get it opening. So now I'm going to end it right here and unbox this thing. Yeah, look what I got.